Hey, I'm Ryan from Yellowcard, and you're listening to Morgan Richards on Radio Cardiff.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff from 98.7 FM, and I'm extremely pleased to say that I'm backstage at the O2 Academy here in Bristol. I'm joined by a band who have been lifting a sail in the alternative rock music scene ever since the late 90s, that have continued to crash the gates and hang you up in that time. Is of course Ocean Avenue's and Jacksonville, Florida's finest. It's the wonderful Ryan Key of Yellowcard.
Hello.
Hey man, you right?
I'm okay, I'm a little sleepy. We were up till about 6 a.m. playing FIFA last night on the bus, so I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get my life back together today.
But besides that, things are good.
Yeah, things are real good.
Oh, we're awesome. So Ryan, of course, back in October of last year in 2014, you released your 7th full-length studio album as part of Yellowcard in Lift the Sail on Razor and Tide Records, with it marking a real slight change and pushing yourselves to create a record with much more straight-up rock sound, mixing it with those hints of your signature pop-punk alternative past, seeing a really new side of Yellowcard.
Yeah, we just got into writing the songs, and it became really clear early on that we were kind of heading in a new direction, and we felt really good about it, so we just kind of dove in and kept writing and ended up with Lift the Sail, which is a bit of a departure for the band. We're aware of that, and obviously there was, I don't know what the right word is, but because it wasn't fear, but you know, we didn't want to bum anyone out, you know, we don't want to upset fans in any way or anything like that, but it is really important for us to write what we're inspired to write, and hope that everybody comes along with us. You know, we had an amazing time making this record, really pushed the envelope, and we tried a lot of new things, which made the studio experience really exciting and fresh. And on into playing the songs live, it's kind of the same experience. It's just real fresh. The songs are challenging, keeps it new every night on stage, and we're loving it.
Okay, oh, fantastic. And as you said there, it still has those really classic Yellowcard signatures from throughout the years that people have come to know and love, but really an almost new direction of those full-range rock sounds, just giving that much fuller and different really scale view.
I guess I would say it's not really so much of a pop-punk record, and I suppose that's where people would place our band most times when we make a record, so I think every band should have the freedom to do what they want to do and not be locked into a box, a genre. But that said, you know, we do come from a community of music that's been essential to our growth and development and the longevity of our career, so in no way are we attempting to turn our back on you know, the scene or the community of fans and bands that we've had the honor of touring with and meeting and knowing over a 15+ year career. But that said, when you're feeling a certain way about what you're writing, you know, you have to kind of follow, less cheesy way to say it, you have to kind of follow your heart. And I think a lot of rock bands that we grew up listening to this time around, in more ways than some of the punk bands we grew up listening to, influenced this record. I think there was a lot of kind of 90s alternative rock that influenced this record. I think Coldplay had a huge influence on this record. They're a big influence on me as a lyricist and a melody writer. You know, I was aiming high to hit like big anthemic melodies and have the lyrics really cover a lot, you know, and get under whatever it was that I was dealing with at the time in a way that I'd never done before. So I'm not sure if I pulled it off or not, but I worked really hard on the record. So.
Oh, well, fantastic. And one thing that I wanted to mention to you is that for me, since you guys returned from that short hiatus back in 2010, you really seem to dabble a lot more with elements of electronic and synth vibes in the background. That's really more of that again this time around.
Yeah, I just, you know, we're not replacing the organic elements in any way. I think if anything, we're just trying to enhance them, you know. Even on Lift the Sail, like a song like MSK, which has no guitars or drums, it's got a lot of electronic elements going on, but the whole thing is still being driven by a string section with organic strings that we wrote or Sean wrote. And so I think it's just about enjoying the way it sounds. I mean, you know, using different sounds. I mean, when you've been making records as long as we have, I kind of mentioned earlier, you have to kind of keep it fresh, you know, or we do at least. I mean, and so I think a lot of the electronic elements coming in, you know, we're never gonna put like a freaking dubstep breakdown on a Yellowcard record, but we use a lot of the synths and stuff to just expand the sound and add layers to the music, and it's rad. It's fun to explore all those sounds and find cool sounds and make them work with rock songs.
And on the record as well, you have a track featuring the fantastic Matty Mullins of Memphis Mayfire on The Deepest Will. But with your previous record, it featured a lot of really your friends getting involved, with the likes of Alex Gaskar, Tay Jardine and Cassidy Pope all taking part on backing vocals. And you even sat and wrote a track with Patrick Stump. Is these last two records been really fun to try getting loads of your friends joining in the mix?
Yeah, I think in the music community these days, anything you can do to bring artists together in a way that gets fans excited is a good thing, and so we tried to just kind of make good decisions, you know, doing that. we got to know the guys in Memphis Mayfire on the Warped Tour in Europe 2013, and we started talking about doing a tour together, knowing that tour was going to happen while we were recording Southern Air. We thought it would be cool to bring Maddie in, and it would bring something to the tour as well, because we could play the song on the road, and it was cool.
And maybe in the future, can we expect you to be getting more friends yet again involved?
I mean, you never know. It depends on the record and the song, you know.
Okay.
I mean, there's a cool kind of like old country music vibe to it, to bringing in other people on songs and playing them live together and stuff. But yeah, I you know, you never know till you're in there making the record.
And of course, Ryan, just recently you guys have been in the UK on a massive co-headline tour with your very good friends and ska punk legends Less Than Jake. How's the tour been? It's
been awesome, man. We haven't toured with Less Than Jake other than Warped Tour since 2002. We were either first or second out of 4 bands opening for them back then. So to be here co-headlining these shows, we sold out 2 nights in London. Awesome. That's a really good feeling for a band that's been touring as long as we have, to know that you're selling out shows still. So and just being on tour with Less Than Jake is amazing. We've both been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of mutual respect for how a tour should run properly, and makes it really easy. And also they're our friends, and they're amazing dudes, and we've learned a lot from them over the years, and I think this was a great idea. I think it really brings a cool, eclectic night of music for fans. I think people are recognizing that and really enjoying it.
And of course, over the next couple of months now, you guys are going to be extremely busy touring across Europe, the States, right up leading to all the summer festivals. I'm sure you guys just can't wait to be spending most of this year really on the road and just playing all these new songs to fans.
Yeah, we have some pretty amazing plans this year, man. Yeah, we're the tour we're doing in the States after this is with Finch, and I think fans are really excited about that, seeing us both together on the road. This summer we'll be in Australia, New Zealand with Mayday Parade, which we're really looking forward to. We're playing some massive venues in Australia. A little nervous about selling all those tickets, but we're excited too. And then we have a US tour. Obviously we'll try to tour in the US in the fall, and if what we're trying to plan comes through, I think the rest of the world is going to be pretty pissed off that they're not getting what we're planning in the fall. It's pretty freaking cool. I can't tell you what it is, unfortunately, but yeah, we're looking forward to a big year.
And now, Ryan, just a couple more quick things before you go. Of course, one thing I want to mention to you is that last year, to mark the 10th year anniversary of your album Ocean Avenue, you guys released a special acoustic edition of the album and toured it across the UK with all the dates selling out way in advance. Could we maybe expect you guys to do more special edition records like this acoustically, or?
I'm not sure. I mean, we don't want to burn it out, you know? We tried it a couple times, and obviously, yeah, people were really excited about the Ocean Avenue thing, and it was really fun. I mean, playing all those songs again, playing them in a different setting, it was rad. Just the kind of sing-along vibe of those shows was massive. So I don't know. I don't think we have any plans to do anything like that with Lift to Sail, but we'll see, you know, down the road. I don't know. We're so busy right now, we're just trying to fill up the rest of this year and figure out what we're going to do in 2016. And to be honest, I think after we figure out what the stopping point is, I think we need a pretty decent break. You know, Sean just had a baby, and I think everybody just needs a minute to be home and off the road and out of the studio. And, so we'll probably refocus sometime later next year and figure out what we're going to do next as far as making a record or doing a special, you know, an anniversary thing or whatever it ends up being.
And of course, with that, and as you said, you're going to be very busy now towards the end of the year, but is there anything else we can expect from Yellowcard in the very near future now, or?
Nothing that's not out there. You know, we'll keep making announcements for tours and stuff as we go, but there's a lot of that ahead.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Well, that's about it. Cheers, Ryan, for taking time out to have a quick chat with me.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Best of luck now with the rest of this tour and all the shows you got coming up towards the end of the year, and hopefully I can catch up with you again very soon.
Awesome. Thanks.